Going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. I'm Lady Nika. I know y'all like, where the fuck you been, bitch? Well, you guys know after I did my Love and Hip Hop, where I was, and you know that every 2 months I get this infusion of this medication, which helps suppresses the lupus stuff. So usually after I do that, it takes me about 2 to 3 days to try to shave back. I wasn't even gonna record today, but I was inspired, bitch. Yes, I was inspired, and we'll talk about that on Fuck Shit Friday, because this will be multiple upload day today. But yeah, so I appreciate everybody who understands, you know, my situation, and all of y'all that sit up and y'all wait on a bitch to finally come back through with a video. I appreciate that. I really appreciate everybody who comes, you know, who's on this channel, that's genuinely a supporter of mine, who does, you know, understand that from time to time, sometimes when I'm on a roll, I'm doing well with the lupus and the heart condition, I can come and, you know, I'll clown, you know, I back to back on y'all asses, you know. But then there are those times where I have to think about my health first, and I have to take a break, you know, sometime from this shit, and just lay the fuck on down to get back right so I can come back better. But one thing about it, baby, as long as there's breath in my body, I will be back. It might take me a week or two to get here, bitch, but I'm gonna get here. Anywho, before I begin this review of the have and have-nots, I want to let you guys know that in conjunction with this July being a collaboration month, I know I had said that I wasn't going to be doing no collabs. I wasn't dealing with no YouTubers and none of that other shit no more. I was going to stay in my lane, stay over here, do me, and just, you know, the people that fuck with me. Well, I thought differently, and again, I'll be discussing this more in detail on Fuck Shit Friday, because that's what it is to me. And, but J. Darrell Hunt and myself, we both review this show. So next week there will be a collab video between the two of us, where we will sit down and run these hoes down one by one with you all. So please be on the lookout for that. Please support his channel as well as mine, and I hope you guys enjoy what we got to bring for you all. You know, I got my funny side, he got his funny side. We're going to put this shit together in a gumbo, bitch, and see what we can come up with. We're going to see if we can make jambalaya next week, okay? So, y'all, you know, just come on back down through and, you know, watch both of our reviews, and you're going to see how we do this thing. We're going to make it do what the fuck it do. Now, I done wasted 3 minutes talking, so let me move on into it. This is the Have and Have-Nots Season 4, Episode 16, Heart of a Man. Child, we're going to start right back off where we dropped off here last week with Miss Hannah, still down at that jail, and she done told Jim that, you know, Wyatt done expired, and of course he asked questions like we was asking questions, like where he at. Well, we know where he at, you know, what happened, you know, who was with him, things like that, the normal stuff. But of course, you know, Hannah don't know none of the answers to none of that, honey. She told him that she came down there, you know, for, you know, on behalf of his wife, to tell him that news. Well, Jim started saying that he got aggravated because she didn't know nothing. So of course the first instinct of his is, I'm gonna get out of here. I need to go home. I need to find out what's going on, because this girl only giving me part information. Now he started beating on that door and telling them guards, talking about he need to talk to Jennifer Salison. He need to get out of there. They was telling him, we don't work for you, child, and we're gonna take you back to the cell, but what you need to do is calm down. Well, Jim is erratic, and rightfully so. He just found out that his last child is deceased, so he in his feelings, and they wind up having to subdue him by slamming him down on the table. He looked over there at Hannah and asked Hannah, would she do him a favor? He said, I'll pay you. See, this is what I'm talking about. Hannah is still a fucking slave, because that was yet another opportunity to get your ching-ching up. Girl, you don't have no house. Quincy ran through your house with that damn car. Did you forget that? You ain't got no coins. You don't work for these people no more. Yes, the fuck she do. But she say she don't, and we gonna let her roll with that. But, you know, so, you know, she basically telling him, I don't work for you no more. I'm not going to do all of that, Mr. Crowd. He getting more and more belligerent because he want her to help him. He also don't like the fact that they chicken wanging the shit out of him. And so he's acting up, and you basically see Hannah walk off holding her head like she don't, she can't take what she hearing. It's too much. And he carted off back to his jail cell to do whatever it is that he gonna be able to do, child. Don't worry, Jim. David coming. Now let's go to the tow yard where Benny being held hostage without his knowledge. And I'm telling you, when it comes to Benny, y'all, I keep telling y'all, just a big old sexy mall and ain't no shoppers. I don't understand that. Just a big ass, sex ass mall and no shopper in there at all. Well, Benny getting, okay, I'm sorry, I had to read something right quick. I apologize for that. Anyway, back to what I was saying about Benny, child. Benny, a big old pretty mouth, and just ignorant. David is too, but at least we can say David is blinded by love. That nigga took his vows seriously. So, we can kind of, even though we don't get it, sometimes we can at least make way for how stupid David is with his fine ass because of the fact that he is, married to Veronica. But we don't know why Benny's so stupid. Anyway, Benny gets in his motherfucking bed and get to talking about he gon' child, he get talking about he gonna go over there and talk to David. He done got all huffy and puffy, and Quincy's standing at the door trying to talk him out of it. Talking about he too upset right now. Oh boy, Benny say, look here, he playing with my money. He said, oh, he playing with your money? He said, yeah. You know how that feel. He said, oh, yeah, it make you want to kill him. But, man, don't go over there while you all upset like that. Calm down a little bit, and then we'll go over there, and I'll help you tend to this situation. And Benny trying to figure out, since when War became the peacemaker, and he said, child, it's many sides to him. And believe it, baby, because he got about 32 people that live in his head, and we done seen all of them in the last couple of episodes, okay? But he don't want to let him leave and stuff. So while all that going on inside of the tow yard, bitch. Hold on, y'all. I'm multitasking, bitch. Just bear with a hoe. But while he multitasking and what's not, Mitch pull up out there outside the tow yard, and he parked behind War car. Y'all probably wonder what the fuck is you doing that's got you. I'm actually doing a little something for a friend of mine, trying to make a replica bracelet. I ain't no James Caldwell. Lord, I shouted him out on my channel. But I'm trying to fix this bracelet. This bracelet right here. You see it's got the lupus colors. She's a fellow loopy, and I'm trying to, go by what I seen that person I named earlier do and try to make a bracelet. So far, this is what I've come up with. This is one of the ones similar to the blue one that I have. But I ain't selling no shit or nothing like this. This is just a friend who in the hospital. I'm trying to help her out by cheering her up a little bit. And so I'm trying to make a duplicate bracelet, bitch. But I'm struggling with this shit. I don't see how he do this here. But I'm getting it done. See how it look, y'all? It ain't that bad for a beginner. But anyhow, back to the review. I'm sorry, I'm offbeat. Okay, outside you got Mitch out there. He done parked behind War's car, and he done got out and took one of the tow trucks and kind of put it in front of the window that they would be able to see out and see what he's doing. He put a tow truck there to obscure the view so that he could go back to his car, get this trunk. Pop his trunk, get this spare tire that he done had laced with drugs and put it in the back of War car, okay? So then he come inside the building, and he's basically like, trying to figure out what's going on up in there after War asked him about the coffee and stuff. Man, I ain't got no coffee. It's coffee for you here. But anyhow, Benny get to talking about, I was about to go holler at David Harrington about about our phone line so we can start getting our money back up, because our money ain't right. So you see Mitch is down for that. Now, him and War kind of had some exchange of words in this scene, and basically, Mitch ain't scared of War, and War know that Mitch don't fear his ass. He went to standing in front of that door again, like he was holding both of them hostage. And that's when Mitch asked him, what you trying to do, hold it? What, we hostage or something? And then for just a glimmer of a minute, I thought Benny had got some sense about himself and realized that all this time War been here, he has been hostage on it. He had a gun on you and everything. I thought that would have hit his mind by now, but he didn't. Obviously he let that go, because as he's saying that shit, putting it in the atmosphere, Mitch is about, we being held hostage up in this mug. He gets a text message, a picture message from Candace, and it's the picture of the money, okay? So, of course, when he seen that, he don't want no more parts of holding Benny down. He trying to get to the ching-ching. So, he's like, no, man, I just think that he need to calm down, playing it off, but talking about he got to go and stuff. And he tell Mitch to let him out, because you remember I told you Mitch was in front of him, right? Okay, now let's go down. Let's go visit the devil house, and, Jeffrey and Melissa up there looking at that room that Veronica done made up for them, the little bedroom / nursery, and Melissa in there talking about how nice it is and all of that, and Jeffrey over it. He asked her, child, how does it feel to be a 2-bit hoe? And child, she told him, how does it feel to you, because you doing it for free. And I was like, ooh. Anyway, he said it's his mama, and that's when I almost liked Melissa in this moment, because she said, look, let me tell you something. I don't want to do this no more than you, okay? But if you can figure out how we could get money for my family and get us out this situation, I'll be glad to help you take that bitch of a mother down, that bitch of a mother of yours down, because I don't like this hoe either, okay? She said, but if you can't figure that out, you might as well start grabbing on these titties and start grabbing on this ass and pretend that I'm some hot guy and roll with it, because we stuck in this shit, okay? She got me by the pussy hairs and you by the balls, so we don't know what the hell we gonna do. We gonna have to roll with the shit like it is, okay? David come to Devil's house to get Jeffrey, and Veronica saying Jeffrey upstairs with Melissa, and she tried to give the impression that they might be up there messing around. The only way Jeffrey be up there messing around with anybody is if Justin was up there. Check, get your life, girl. But anyway, David ain't trying to hear that. He said he here to pick up his son, and he ain't trying to hear that shit with her, and he calling Jeffrey. That man was calling Jeffrey. Here comes Jeffrey down the stairs with his raspberry beret floral print jacket on, and David is telling him, son, let's go. He's saying that he can't go. Veronica saying he ain't gonna leave. He ain't gonna go nowhere. He gonna stay here with me. He telling Jeffrey, look, son, she ain't got nothing else on you. She over there, yes, I do. And it's bad. He's like, well, it can't be no worse than what it already was. She said, oh, yes, it is. It's worse. So David is asking her, asking him, what tea is? What do she have on you? Jeffrey ain't answering that damn question, but he ain't moving neither. They sent on Melissa upstairs, who only goes halfway up there, because she eavesdropping as well as the maids over there. And basically, it's a war between the two of them trying to get Jeffrey out the house, to the point where David get aggravated with Veronica and tell her to put the shut to the damn up and do that bitch. She all wet between the legs, because she told me, oh, you talking back to me and everything. He like, look, Jeffrey, you don't have to put up with this, son. Let's go. Jeffrey like, Dad, I want to go with you, but hell, I can't go. She got me. She got me by the balls, Dad. She got me by the balls. Just then, Alice sprang her the phone, and it's Catherine on the phone, and we hear her, proclaiming over the phone like she's so concerned. Oh, my God. I am so sorry, Catherine. I'll be right over. Hang that phone up, and this bitch is nonchalant and drinking on that damn champagne again, talking about, Jeffrey definitely won't want to go with you now, because, that was Catherine. It seems that Wyatt is dead. He OD'd or something. Just as nonchalant with no compassion at all. And that's supposed to be your friend. Girl, you ain't shit. David hear that and like, what? of course, Jeffrey hid and he upset off the top because you know how he is. That's his friend, plus he love him. So, you know, he all upset. David trying to get him to go with him. Get Jeffrey to go with him, but Jeffrey don't want to fucking go. So he is sitting there saying he can't leave, and Veronica like he sure can't leave because he gonna want to go with me over here. So David go to run off to go check on Jim, and of course she gotta throw that up. Oh, see, he's gotta go take care of Jim as usual, but I'm still here with you, son. mm, mm, mm. Child, Veronica said as soon as David left out that house, she gonna tell that boy, first his bitch died, now your bitch dead. Now you can be focused on me, Melissa, and the baby. That woman crazy, y'all. Next, we see Warren and Candace meet up in some old strange area for her to do the drop of the $2 million. He asked her, is it all there? Because if it's $1 missing, I'm coming for your ass, Candace. She's like, it's all there, Warren. And she started to say she was sorry, and she stopped because, remember, one of them 32 people that live in his head might pop out if she say she's sorry because that bothered him. But Warren, calm down. I guess $22 million will calm you the fuck down, because he say, oh, it's okay. You earned your respect back from me, you know. 2 million times over. You earned your respect back. He said, she said, oh, he tell her, you held up your end of the bargain, girl. So, you know, you and I all good again like we used to be. He said, but one thing about it, you know, you good at what you do, old Candy Cane. He said, I'm going to still stop by from time to time, give me a little tune-up, you know, and things of that nature. And she asked, would it be a welcomed visit? You know, you going to, like, call before you come, or is pop-ups what I can expect for the remainder of my life, or the longevity of me being on this show? And he said that she earned the respect. He'll call before he come, but would she answer? And she told the truth, but then she going to try to change it. She said no. And I don't blame her. I wouldn't answer the phone for him either. But then she gonna say just kidding, and he said you won't. He said you wasn't kidding, and he leave her there. And she sat in that car, and baby, when I tell you Candace cried like a baby, she cried like a baby because her and Benny almost was at the crossroads, baby. They was almost at that crossroads. So she break down like a baby crying in that car because she realized what she just went through, and she just don't know it's more to come. Later on, we see Ward doing. He driving along and he stopped by the police, okay? Now, they got one police in front of him and one behind him. They screaming at him the usual, get out the car, get on your knees, hands in the air. And he complies, but he don't know what the hell they stopping him for. What y'all stopping me for? They asked the usual license, registration. He tell them it's in the car. They like, you know, they asked him could he search the car? Could they search the car? He said no. He said, you don't have no probable cause, and I'm finna give you none. But see, the other cop then already went in there, and of course, in searching for the license and registration, he done seen this bag of money. He won't know where the money come from. He said he hit the lottery. Old boy said, nah, that would be in coins. And I'm like, but no, not necessarily. That boy said the lottery. He said the casino. So what the hell we talking about here? But okay, we ain't gonna make no big issue out of that. That's just some shit I caught, but okay. Anyhow, child, they get to saying they finna search his car because, and he saying they ain't got no probable cause or no warrant. He said, oh, we got probable cause because we had a tip called in about you, and they knew his whole damn name and everything. So they searched the car and they find the drugs in the trunk in the tire like Mitch had planned. And of course, the first thing he thought was Candace had set him up. And I'm like, Mitch, you tried to help, but you really kind of hurt her in this situation because now she finna he gonna call the goons in, child. He gonna be in there on that phone telling them to kill her. So you might not have helped her. I hope you about that life, Mitch, because you know I'm already starting to like your ass. Because at first I thought I was gonna have to watch you. Okay. Now let's go back to hell, and Veronica decides that she want to have a drink. Basically, she irritating Jeffrey and prolonging it because she know he want to get over there to Catherine. But she's saying that she being evil, talking about he got to drive her, and she's not ready yet. Wyatt dead, what's the rush? She asking why he crying over a man like that. And he said, that's my friend. He said, yeah, your man friend. Now, she turned him more and more. She said, Melissa, a pretty girl. Nice body. She said, we had lunch the other day, but she just eats too many carbs. You know, she said, but you really can't blame her because that's how it is on that side of the track. You know, all that fried chicken and all of that stuff. Every corner, son, in the hood, they got a dollar store, a fried chicken, and a hair store. But we gonna work on all that with her. We gonna get her up to, you know, what I feel like she should be, being that she's gonna be a member of the Harrington family. We gonna get her together, okay? She looked down at him and tell him that he need to dry his eyes and don't go over there like that, cause he shouldn't be acting like that. A man don't care out like that, okay? And I'm like, Veronica, girl, let that boy live. Or experience what he feeling. She done called Alice, the maid, back over there and told her to go up there and everything Jeffrey brought there, throw it away because she has bought him all new clothes. She told that woman she could donate it, she can burn it, she can throw it away, she don't care. The hoe says she glad that she get a do-over with this baby because it's a boy. Now, how the hell she know it's a boy already, I don't know. But she's saying that she gets a do-over to raise a man. I said, She kept eating at him about not being a man and acting like his mama. And then she said she wished that she could get Quincy to come over there and beat his ass again, but then she get talking about, but you got him back, son. You took care of that. So she throwing up in his face again about the death of Quincy, you know. Finally, Jeffrey and Veronica arrive over at the Cry's house. She finally get tired of procrastinating and bullshitting. They get over there and Veronica just hands her overcoat to Hannah, like Hannah was gonna receive that. Hannah let that shit hit the ground. She gonna tell her pick that up. She said, pick it up your damn self. I don't work here. And she went to tell Jeffrey to do it, but by now Jeffrey had made it to the living quarters where Catherine sit there. He down there break it down because he asking her, is it true? And Catherine say it is. It's true, Wyatt dead, and he having a moment, child. This is where we see Veronica lost it. She started that I'll tell you, did not tell you to dry your eyes, don't be over here crying over no man. Hannah went to try to comfort Jeffrey, and Veronica told her, my son doesn't need to be comforted. Hannah told her, mine don't either, but you do it anyway. So she keeps trying to comfort him. Veronica was on a roll, bitch. She started talking about, look at you whimpering like a sis at a funeral. And Catherine said, Veronica, it's okay. Veronica said, no, it's not okay. Look how he represented me. We don't do this here. We civilized people on this side of the track. We don't act like that. Shit, child, she grabbed that boy by his head and made him look at Hannah and made him look at Catherine and said, we all love Wyatt, but none of us are acting like you sitting over here acting, because he was breaking down, okay? She act like she done forgot these kids basically grew up together and they was best friends. Like he ain't supposed to be or nothing, child. I said, oh, this girl. So Catherine see where this shit is going, so she tell Veronica, look, I get Frederick to take you home. But Veronica like, no, she wasn't feeling it. She said, my son gonna take me home. Now this is when I said, Hannah, go girl, cause I want Hannah to do something better, but she keep giving me slavery teas, and I don't understand it, y'all. Now Hannah say, look, this boy hurting and he needs to grieve and get it out. You know what I'm saying? She trying to talk for poor little Jeffrey, because Veronica ain't get it. Veronica said, no, he don't. He acting like a girl. And she said, a real man handle their emotions. Hannah say, he is a real man. Veronica say, no, he's not. Child, they get into it, and next thing I know, this is why I had to stop, pause, and try to get myself together, because I like Catherine, but I would have cussed Catherine the fuck out. Now, me and Veronica going at it. Bitch, I'm not here under no domestic capacity. You ain't paying me. I'm here because you're my friend, and I want to help you through what you're going through with your son. But what you're not going to do is sit here and let your friend come over here and constantly come for me, talk to me like I'm less than, because this bitch think money equates respect. So she going to talk to me like I ain't shit. You gonna tell me to be cool and don't say nothing. I tell you what, I'd have left your ass there with this bitch and see how much she gonna do for you. Keep in mind, you don't know that this bitch got your son raped, but you will find all of that out. But if I was Hannah, I would have read both of them bitches down to the floor and walked about that bitch. But of course, still a slave. She ain't doing it. Okay. Catherine, bitch, you wrong. You should let her went in on that hoe. Well, Jeffrey, a whole time that Veronica is antagonizing him, he's staring down at this bottle that's on a tray for food and drinks that Hannah was trying to get Catherine to eat and drink, saying she need to keep her strength up, okay? Now, Veronica started emasculating him more and more, and she notices him staring at that bottle, and that's why he's staring at it. He said, because I want to hit you with it. She started laughing, talking about, because she equated, in her mind, she equates homosexuality to being weak, less than, that type of shit, okay? Not knowing that poking a bear, she poking a motherfucker sleeping bear, and he about to fucking jump up on her ass, okay? She told him a real man know when to go to war, and he ain't no real man. He said, I am a real man. She said, you ain't no real man. You sitting here crying and shit over this boy, another man like that. He said, that's my friend. I loved him. She said, what the fuck does that mean? So she started getting up talking about, he ain't gonna hit me. He ain't gonna do nothing to me. He said, because you're my mom. She said, and what that mean? Child, she kept telling him that how he was feeling was out of order, out of line, and how less of a man he was because of that. Child, he did not pick up that bottle. That boy picked up that steak knife and let her have it, one to the motherfucking chest area. But see, my thing was, you could tell he from that side of the track, because we all know in the hood that when you jug, you turn the bitch, okay? You got to fuck up an artery, bitch. That's what you trying to do. But she jugged the shit, he jugged the shit out of her, and she was shocked. And I said, that's the fuck you get, bitch, because you shouldn't have been talking to that boy like he no motherfucking child. So we know on next week's scene that this bitch still gonna be alive, but I got a whole lot more to say about that whole next week when I do this collab with Jay Durrell Hunt, honey. But in the meantime, in between time, because like I said, this is multiple days, so I got to go on and shoot them out one by one, and I can't procrastinate on no shit. So in the meantime, in between time, please like, comment, subscribe. Remember, y'all, if you remember, I did tell y'all about this Khalees fund for this child that needs a stem cell operation. If you can donate to that, I will try to get that link down in the bottom in my description box for y'all for her GoFundMe. Remember to keep that child in prayer. If you can't give a dime, baby, a prayer will go a long way. Prayer will go further than money, okay? So I'm going to leave y'all with that, and I'll be back for Greenleaf. Peace.